Hello, and welcome to this tutorial to learn a little bit more about the Net Profit Analysis Report in the Labor Pricing for a Profit version 6.0 software. Once we have our software running, we've entered all of our costs input, we've set up our company, we can now start to look at some of the data, the reports that the software can crunch for us. To get to the reports, we're simply going to click on the Reports icon on the left-hand toolbar, and that will open up the Total Reports menu. From here, we'll click on the Net Profit Analysis Report at the top. The Net Profit Analysis Report will then run and will show us a couple of things. I'll give you a quick tour through the window that just opened up. First, each of our departments are listed at the top of the screen, and next to the department it also shows the calculation method that we currently have set up for this particular department and either the rate or the dollar amount that we're using for our labor rate as well. In the upper right hand corner we've got company totals. So whereas the window to the left is showing us just department by department information, on the right this is a total company peek at our total sales, our net income, and our profit percentage at our current values that we have the software set at. In the middle section, we can see that we're looking at our service department. Now again, the bottom half of this report will always be looking at just the information that we've selected for the select department at the top. So in this particular case, we have highlighted the service department, and so we're showing service department information. If we highlight the installation department, the lower half of this window then shows the installation department information. Let's go back to the service department for a moment, and we can see in this Net Profit Analysis report that for our service department, based on what we entered in for our individual field labor employees who were allocated to our service department, we have 2,395.4 billable hours for this particular model year. We have a materials contribution of $50,000. In other words, after we've paid for our materials, we still have markup or profit left over of $50,000, which will offset some of our overhead expenses. Our current rate that we're set for is $135.78. Now again, we've told the software that we want a return on income, a net profit before taxes of 15%, and that results in a current rate of $135.78, and our break-even rate is shown right here in red at $107.90. Now, if we charge at these rates, the current rate being $135.78, our service revenue will be approximately $445,247, which will net us just over $66,000 in net profit, which is at 15% net profit before taxes. That comes out to a profit per billable hour of $27.88. From here, I can scroll down on this list, and we can see the window will give us increments all the way down to and including our break-even rate of $107.90, which nets us zero profit. So we can see various dollar increments above and below our target labor rate and the net profit and sales that will result in. Now, one of the things that often comes up is contractors will say, well, I've got this customer who came and asked us to do the work, and they were going to supply their own materials. We don't have to supply any materials. That can be a real problem because, again, remember that in our particular case, we had materials contributing $50,000 to offset overhead. Now, if the consumer is going to start to provide materials, we no longer have that materials profit to contribute to this particular job. So we've added a feature in the Net Profit Analysis report which allows us right here under Materials Included to uncheck this box, and when we do that, the software will immediately recalculate and tell us what we would need to charge per hour to hit a 15% net profit if we are not providing any materials. So if there's no materials included, we don't have that materials contribution that we showed before, then at that point in time, in order to hit our 15% net profit before taxes, we would have to charge $152.97. Now think about that. Earlier we had actually, our target labor rate was $138 and change. Well, if we scroll down and look, $143 and change is only giving us 9.4%, not the 15 that we thought. So we'll be making some money because our break even now is $128. So at $138, we're not making near the profit that we thought we were going to on this particular job. So it's important that we use the correct labor rate, including materials or not including materials. So we'll once again turn our materials back on, go back to our original numbers, and that original labor rate of $135.78. Now, if as we're working with the software, we want to start to play what ifs and find out how we can possibly improve the profitability of the company, we can now modify the method by clicking on the Modify Method button here. And as soon as we do that, our window will allow us to change our rate of return here. And we've got the different calculation methods. Rate of return or return on income simply means we're going to tell the software what percentage profit we want to hit, and it will then tell us the labor rate that we need to charge in order to hit that net profit before taxes. Hourly rate simply says we're going to tell the software what we're currently charging or what we want to charge, and it will tell us what our profit level will be at that dollar rate. And desired profit simply says I want to have $50,000 in net profit at the end of the year. It will tell me what I need to charge per hour to hit that lump sum net profit before taxes. Once we make the changes that we want to make, let's say we want to go change to hourly rate, and we're going to change that to $140 per hour. We can click on OK. A couple of things will happen. First, we'll recalculate all of our reports. You can see our company total numbers just were revised to reflect that new hourly rate. Now, there's just one area left in this report to take a look at, and it's something that applies to every report in the software. And it's these four icons that we have in the lower left of this particular report. The first one, when you click it, simply allows you to print this information directly to your default Windows printer. The second item lets you view this particular report with some drill down capabilities on your screen. So I'm going to click that preview report, and it will show me the same information that we just looked at a minute ago on the screen. The nice part about this report is I can look at any one of these labor rates, and by simply double clicking on that particular value or that line, in this particular case I'll click on $146, it will show me a report which shows me my total sales, material sales, all my information based on this $146 per hour. I'll close that report out and come back to my original one. Again, I can click on any one of these labor rates down the list. Now you'll notice on this particular report, this is a two-page report. This is page 1 of 2, and I can go to the second page by clicking the next page down arrow right here at the top of the screen. So this is now showing our information for our installation department, shown right here in bold. Page 1 is showing our service department. I'll close this window out and come back to our software. The next item is a Adobe Acrobat PDF icon here. It will simply send this out to a PDF document, which you can email or use as you need to. And the last one simply will export this particular report out to an Excel spreadsheet, which looks very much the same as any of our reports that we saw a little bit earlier. We hope that this has answered your questions and given you the familiarity that you need to use this particular report with ease. Thank you.